Marima Honorable Daniel Kweitei Titus Glover Akwaba Nafi Yentwaso. Honorable.
Yay.
Tell your turn.
Hey, Ugo Pe Wansem. Ugo Pe Wansem. But yeah, it's good to start something.
Yeah, I was on the side.
Na Ocean Kasano. Na my brother Kafu Day. Na say Oye Bibi are very, very educative in terms of the Ewe language on social media. Na my great grandmother Africata.
Asempa FM.
The better politician there was a cousin there was also baby. Na udu baby na wuchiriwa. Why you should kakra. I'm not surprised there. We didn't can ashasi. And the yebechia wa hwefo no wetifo nyina. My brother Nana G wo winchi otie yen Michiano. My old time friend. Hey, bulldozer. Pablo. Hey, somebody can't meet Pablo Bagbo. Hey, two boys. Pablo, this was a studio. No, I've been there before, so I understand the heat. You know, Pablo, I get a heat, man. So cool down. Yeah, me share me nachi. Yeah, me basosuna bo me kid brother Felix so far so you about the birthday. Yeah. I wish him well.
40 years today.
Me ya campaign me do salaga pembe
on Asempa FM.
And me who or no ne me colleague, former deputy attorney general, MP for Timpani.
Penka. Oh, Penka. Okay.
Hey, opposition go away there. Challenge they be too much. And I'm a friend. But is it the sir? I say, hey, Felix, no opposition partner who want to also with the yes, sir. But it's nice. And I'm a senior. I'm a coffee boy. Honorable Amakofi. Billy. And also me channel, and I wish him the best of luck for the birthday. And so far so good. The campaign is on. Me free Upper West, any Savannah region about a week or two ago.
Okay.
Me break here for the constituency elections. So far my year 14 regions, 189 constituencies, and it's going well. My monitor elections, you know, baby wawa omunya 10-0. 10-0 is old executive some won.
Okay.
Most won, new ones came in. Some old guys also lost. They maintain few, but it's a good blend.
Okay.
It's a good blend. Send a mass and into a coming greater crowd in Ashanti region. Me organize meeting with him. Then I'll go back and do the mop up and
Ekosiisen on
and you know,
organization.
These are the two difficult regions, so Greater Accra, Ashanti.
Greater Accra and Ashanti region.
Greater Accra because you think it's Accra, but it's cosmopolitan and it's difficult reaching out.
Yeah.
Ashanti 47 constituencies.
Easy.
Oh, Kwajo Boahu pa.
And the vision is still on how we can energize the base of our party for victory in 2024. Now, organizer, you are the heartbeat of the party. Whatever we do in 2024 in terms of organization will determine the success we want to chalk on that period. And the is about the political maturity, the political experience, capacity and competences of any leadership. In deeper now, or sub organization. There are a lot of
bullets fired. Political maturity. Shit, wow. We are not
late Honorable Kwashiga.
Yeah.
I need a oko. Me brother Lord Komi. Wabaya need a oko. Bamba super born whom wadin kakra oko. Then your body stepped in. Then until we shifted here or the bad general secretary.
Yes.
Recently, my younger brother
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
Baby Fufro. And the vacuum now creating a song. And the Ukope will be the national organizer. There are certain benchmarks that we need to look at because a new biakake. Ne Juma we no a former Juma. A former Juma pa. Because me frequent wa me kotumu. Oh Jesus Christ! From that rough, rugged road, and where's us attack? Now, as us not take. It's about 2.5 hours journey from Wa to Tumu. na exhaust ya take care you do wonne mo udu to mana wa ye golu wo ye golu na wa ye lambusie wo ye lambusie a na wo be ye lord even is a nandom na wa ye lora lord na me die na nopa ene yeko fix exhaust my and ye ho nyina girapa wa we channel on the Kumasi Boli Road, Boli Road. No, there's a junction. There's a town called Gan. From the junction to Wichau is about 45 to 50 kilometers in there. I'll be concerned with Pina with Yaba. A Juma will form papa. And send them when Titus Glover. I've really paid my dues
Ekosiisen on
when it comes to
FM.
grassroots party work. A Juma ya check. And the best delegates, no. Your bomber basso, let us all come together. Now, yenye jumading. As for the 8, who break it? George, who break it? A jumadia, a fata. David, no, be a man conantiabano. I don't concede, say, just a near Juma was a Juma was a papa. Now, George T. So Booma on say, yes, this is a lion roaring. And I'm to honor me channel. And I was a Mr. Muko from Panama Juma. And me mana akwaba na me hu na che ma fe no so na se be ba the Tuesday squad no kan
I used to have a seat too. Now, I'm Maboko.
But so far, the message is resonating.
It is. It is.
Because now at least you have a fair idea of who the delegates will be.
Absolutely. Because Elisha, I touch base and to announce my presence. Say, I don't need every doom year. I've availed myself to contest for the national organizer position, and they tell you, Obiamba Hasada,
Asempa FM.
But for you to take the initiative, what drive you all the way into the constituency, na me can we edi ahye nyina nkran say ye wadwuma was ye nyina ye boom na ye dwuma to retain power for the people of this country.
Very well. Mate ma me nase mesan so about hobio. But Pablo, I'll come to you. But before that, na me mfa we mu intwem na mensan so ma some few messages, and then we get into the statement from the Methodist Church and then the one from the NDC. So, Obi, good evening. Wish my brother Honorable Titus Glover well for me. This from the quarters of the incoming voter regional chairman Honorable Johnson Avulete.
Avu. Lucky, me follow.
Honorable Johnson Avulete, incoming chairman for the Volta region. Message and Abe, we say, okay, we say Obi. It's true that the NDC has various WhatsApp groups, as Pablo has said, but those platforms are full of information on Bitcoin, betting, or say nothing serious is going on their platform.
I mentioned specific platforms. The platforms I mentioned are serious platforms. Share some information they are taking off. Most of the platforms, but occasionally, I came across. I won't just think why they ignore it. Even no more these don't you have people sending some Bitcoin? Now, scheme about crying. Scam for the DVA from saying NLA.
Yeah.
So there's that scammers who go about and they are taking off. Why would you equate this to? Only supporter some of these platforms have given. Socialist caucus, for instance, in the last elections, there was a group out of them. Science, social media activations, no? Green Army, social. They did so much. In the member, you see, these are people who discourage other people from doing what they have to do. Some of these things, he's a politician, he knows. And he encourages him.
Okay. Charles, need take a send a message be to you, but I will not read it on air. I will not read it on air.
Guys, the team no there's a Pescaria Cotto, Manchester, then I would be better touch Chelsea. Shambo Westcano. They can't glaze up for Roman to a team in my. Now, Pamo was a Pamo Maguire, and Pamo.
But anyway, Pablo, this whole thing between the NDC, the Methodist Church, Bishop Ayensu, and Ade. Where is it from?
Obi, before I go there, I'm there. You've been doing this job for some time.
Yes.
And Sabi, I say in China, but I believe that you've done so well ever since Yenuya Kaba. I mean, for the currency, a few more better than them. You've done very well. You've stayed there first, even though there are many times. Sometimes they don't want to agree, because sometimes they feel it's one side. But you've done very well, and keep it up. And then because we need fearless journalism to shape this country under this current dispensation. You to drop it 30 points. Well, you World Freedom Ranking. So, but Obi, let's come. And I mean, some family voices and birthday wishes about.
Okay.
Maybe boy MPs need MPs who support staying activities. Yeah, MP for Elembele, Honorable Amakofibu, a fantastic young man, and he's been very supportive of the NDC's youth wing, even here in Accra.
Okay.
Elembele, he supports in Western regions. Unless we don't call on him, me man, happy birthday. Me man, me Felix was so happy birthday. He should 40 is a milestone. It's all celebrated. Maybe any party will be on chile and embrace. Now, Embepe cognac been here. Now, I made Dr. Grace. So next year, also the birthday. So opportunity, and wish you also happy birthday. Obi, there is no problem between the Methodist Church and the NDC. Remember, in creative perception, there is a problem between the Methodist Church and the NDC. You're Prof. Emisata, I Methodist ni. And current and I immediate past running mate, Professor Jena no Pukwadma, Methodist ni. Me will go now me call MPU, so I'm Methodist president, because me a president. So there is no problem between the church and the NDC. But there was some recalcitrant officers of the church. Occasionally, I don't dispute the fact say Obio citizen be our right say or be commenting on social issues. But Obi, my position has been very simple. FM. Say me the congregation be anim. Now amongst the congregation I me di omo anim no. NDC for womu, PNC for womu, CPP for womu, MPP for womu. When I'm passing comments, what the potential of being ready to say politics are, may I more circumspect. May kasa sabi. But the nyasa kakra beto ho. Na membie ma no keke na makadia me pebia. Because immediately you start sounding like that. Now start sounding pedestrian. Now all your suffer now they won't for the man you say more. Now kasok now sheno you be woro. Now you treat you say oh your party ni. And you no kwan ni and you say badness because baby I mean me fino into tear the man no. Sabe you bomb me so praise me. I have a lot of respect for the church. And in society the hypocritical society now you woman no. Obi afie bosumo ho. But Obi also quite sorry them. So we have a lot of respect for Nkrofo omudi anim. Eye asofo nkwa ye imam si bu omo pa. Even ya komfo a omo da ye nkonya no a omo ye nkonya no ho nyanka made ma ye bu omo pa. And we don't expect them because even though omo ye superhumans no, you expect say omo be bad down. Edi omo aba be for the man yosemu. It's in your constitution, you know. Because all you're here, you cannot involve yourself in active partisan politics. So, framers no more young kwasafo. But no one say, Krobia no hinin in the cronity. And our him fee honomo. So, ebi our him kwana or swallow or pakaimuno. So, NDC no MPP ni. Now, Kokaseti and the party look at Pakaino job of filma. Then ABC. So, there is a line you don't cross. Yenfa Bishop Bosomtwe Ayensu.
Ekosiisen on Asempa.
Consistently. His attacks has been on the NDC. This same man came to accuse us, say, by betra free SHS. Maybe a car went me and Bambetre. This same man said, John Mama Bar, 11 or so betray and Yano Cray, no Kofania Banwa betray. This same man accused Professor Samuel, said, Professor Samuel in the right, said, or friend wants some drink. Then fast forward to 2013, Akufo-Addo call Kota or Lucy Yakaze, even though he's not in support of the decision, but just you when they say a friend has some drink. The hypocrisy and in trauma or exhibiting. And so his utterances, the only reason why we are happy and not kind of statement now, because Okasa Methodist Dean Daniso. So what else here? Methodist Bishop of a Bishop or Amakom. And at the point in time, presiding Bishop of Obuasi. Okasa Methodist Dean in a decline. What's the church? A Methodist church, no, and our
Asempa
sanctions and
FM.
Kasa, no. So all we're asking is that I saw in bra, and be your who film say this is not the position of the church, and I saw not true, like I say, and your position. So he's an individual. It's when he goes on sideline now, then we will treat him as me for bishop people in Canadian who na according to our respect no. My friend Ayensu Bosomtwe, and I Mr. Ayensu Bosomtwe. Sebi, oya man yourself. Make us so generous. Sorry, no oya man yourself. It is important we separate him from the platform because platform now no generous no. Platform now be decided say to that is the church. I say my bet now studio and my can be as a platform so. We issue disclaimer. Me between and that is what the church has done. Technically, the church has disowned him. In the service, so a bad dream bar going forward. Obe who say, "Why not now?" So no, the church is not happy. And most importantly, the congregants and our congregation no dear him no. NDC for womu, NPP for CPP for, and it's not just to Bishop Ayesu Nkwa. Eye to asofo nyina, ene nipa sebe society amamu di biabia yedi obuoni ni die ema akonya na amoteso no. Say amanyosem odo ho fore ya sabi etse woni kraman akodi agro obetafre wa no nso woni kraman akodi agro akọntafre wa no na nidie ene obuo ese e de ma no immediately you come down to that level no I will treat you like a politician minimi ni Titus tie ye shia kasa me kan oti ase no o kan me smith ase it is all your software na oba na be Titus kasa ni bia sambua e na nam de be ma me treat you set of and that is where Ayensu he doesn't deserve any accolade to be called a bishop because the bishop who leads a congregation is more circumspect in some of the comments I will pass it. So let's nobody create any impression. The NDC has a lot of respect for churches. You boasofo, sabi ye boasophobia nimtia, and ye mistreat yoursophobia, and ye kasansu entia sorry no. We have a lot of respect for the church. We want that relationship to continue so that whether we like it or yes, a pendulum. 7th January 2025, an NDC government to be sworn in. Now, bano, NDC for the Tuabano method, so no major about it to Mayana. And I say about Methodist church no. You know my Methodist I Methodist man. Because the NDC for the just sorry na. So Master going forward. So for no mutie no. Me my ye my ho kwan. E ma politicians in you see. So obeso ya amanyosem a afọ Ayensu Buache ibosom twede. Obi anim say amanyosem no ye. Onyi kasok no. Nombra are na bi mu. Nombra.
But is that not a case say you in the political class no are doing everything to protect your turf. Inti obia on hono. You are gagging those people from even commenting about what the happenings.
No. Me started by saying every citizen of this country our rights will be commenting on issues bodano. But also for chantro. Also for ending the humo tromo journey and chantro. It is also for now John Mama and Castle Bobby free SHS mu. Now be Jira baby now John Mama so Bobby free SHS mu because also be reviewer. Now what done your trophy. So nobody is gagging anybody. Say John Mama Castle about be repealing E-levy. Now be now say on bampo no about be repealing E-levy now. Now we are humo tromo journey. Say oh yourself for now 1 minute to see me throw biya some drain. Because the person has exhibited peaceful tendencies. Now say, oh yes, sir, blasphemous. It told me friend was from doing it. Now fast forward, obi called back. Now say another as a message me between friend as from doing na nyachom. Inti no na u fix a yinimu. Na o yourself for naga so ene. Kroma ede. Inti no me propose that I me dey ma by ni so between Isaiah. Enyin zo bi no be nyakasa. And I say ebia NDC for na 11 numbers mobile move twemu no na generate revenue mama requirements number fair twemu nobody will chastise you. But when you start attacking personalities now is the debia the way 20 years you be so and the debia obezo di obi anim ye fema na o twa ntro to nipa ne so na sabe otutu na no ase a sabe amanyoko no di anim no mo fa and that is where Ayensu Bosomtwe I don't know. Maybe me friend Bishop because he's not carrying himself.
A sorry statement now in Castle where Bishop.
And I'm saying maybe George Opare don't have an opinion. Me for Bishop in Canada because for me, in my eyes, Castle Knochen where he and I man yourself. My friend Bishop, I'll be compelled to attach some relevance to Saturday, that I will not do because there are yen super some tree, and yes, I'm not so for you. Not so for a congregation to me, and this in it. Not say, Sebio Sebe, me will problem. I may buy me so for Chababi, Swatch how would he treat me based on how he behaves? Made ever banning chain. Those are relevant issues, sir. Even the church should be concerned. And the church should not just stop at the statement they've issued. I was some friend on now, can't go myself. Because he cannot continue to carry himself in such, in my quotes, irresponsible manner. Because anytime he says things are identity church image, it is the church's reputation that suffers. So as I say, so the church also has a responsibility to say, if you continue like that, they are on him. But
the church in the statement, last two paragraphs, say, we therefore appeal to our noble friends of the media not to draw the name of the Methodist Church Ghana into the alleged statement made by the past bishop and currently the superintendent minister of the Amakom Circuit of the Kumasi Diocese.
And the one answer, and the one my interpretation to what the church has done there. What the church has done is that they've disassociated themselves from the state.
Yes, I get that.
Clearly.
I get that.
And so
but
they
the
don't
last
want,
part.
no, maybe I know the last
okay.
part, but then my interpretation to
okay.
what the church has kept they say, because the statement is bad. If the statement was not bad, the church will not dissociate itself. Because the statement is bad, and the media continuously drag church. What it simply means is that the church is not happy that his reputation is being dragged in that manner.
Okay. Final paragraph. The Methodist Church Ghana continues to stay unaligned to any political party. Perfect. But I'll say, while ministers and members of the church may make comment on their individual basis as fellow citizens of Ghana, that cannot be taken as the official position of the church. Indeed, the church recognizes that going forward, its members or ministers can make public comments.
Member of the Methodist.
Yes.
I mentioned
J.A. Mills himself.
Professor Nana Opokwajima, Professor John Ivasa. Methodist. Yes. They are members of the church. But Omukasa, and you're sorry needing a dorm also. When you're a minister, the church is dissociating itself, say, the church itself is not aligned. So as a minister of the church, because you see, your interpretation of that statement, we read it in a whole. What the church is saying is that even though they allow their members to do politics, the church doesn't support it. So, and politics, no. As an individual, so politics are and platforms and dragging the name of the church into disrepute.
Okay, because the statement says the said statement, which was made during the 25th annual synod of the Obuasi Diocese.
I saw a platform
Okay.
Okay. And I saw this one person.
Okay. Honorable Daniel Kweitei Titus Glover, Pepacho. I mean to you on this subject. Who your Methodist ni and our Presby?
I was born into the Anglican faith.
Oh, the Anglican faith. Okay.
But I studied in the Presbyterian school, Legon.
Okay.
And I grew up to join the Pentecostal full gospel.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Metie Pablo. I was an adrenaline, a pijapa. But the question is, the church, led by their reverend ministers or their pastors or whatever,
Asempa FM,
have a role to play in nation building. And this also for me, a platform so. Na okasam na asɛm na ɔka no na sɛ political party bi akɔtwi no nti ɛnam saa nti obiara de arsenals ɛto no so wokɔ social media sɛ na ndisifo ɛtwe bɔ no deɛ ɛnyɛ ntra yɛnka. But the question is, also from the former president Ejina
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
And Oka say ye levy NDC for power on the council. But there's a need for us to go to history. Niyan share NDC for nsema woni aka. Ebra no more position. Proud to President Kufuor's exit. Now woni ba bemu nso edena woni yo ye. So I believe Reverend George
Ayensu Bosomche
was speaking based on some historical facts. Ebini diyen. Se Pablo Bakaya. Sabrina Communication Service Tax, popularly called talk tax, ye di buy. And this for a year propaganda sa say who kita ufo na wakasakwa ni yete uto. Into muba ombe yidi free ho. Yembisa Pablo. And yen this for say adum ne do one betra manwan so. Talk tax no me yedi. What they do with it? Percentage na 8% na war no kwa no ye di kosoro krasensa ye di kosoro e kra esensa
Ekosiisen
na
on
mekaize
Asempa FM.
ye di tacholete national insurance eba when they walked out of the chamber at the time omo kan say ni bu edin dodo Ghana fu hu chire won enti omo ba omo eden one time premium. When they assumed the reins of power, what did they do? Omo who said the reality on the ground doesn't support that statement. They even didn't concede. With all the events saying they even never conceded. But they continue. And it's a talk tax about a generative revenue. Edi mo mayano ayedi yempuntu juma wukasa obayano anga wasa odi wukasa ni juma. You never cancel it, but you even increase it in so many folds.
But did they announce officially so between?
They said it. They said it. I have
in their manifesto.
Please, they said it. Please, you said it. George, don't come and put up a brave face here. Don't put up brave face here. We are not strangers in this country. You are not strangers. You said it. And you have been put on the litmus. They oppose and they said they will cancel it. They said it.
There has not been any evidence.
Please.
The opposition, yes, but cancellation.
They said it.
So where is the proof?
And the next I'll be tranquil. Now who's can never know wah. Now would the young put juma. You don't even commend President Kufuor's buying. Papa Michel, and what people know. But you use the revenue that was generated in the communication service tax to develop the country. One time premium news saying. And there's a history to back what the Osofono Okano. Yengi politics give free. And this I was say would the back line now ube betwemua. And you know ni jedi catcher is umba. Au banya kwan e dia betwem. Boni be na waka. He is not attacking his persona. Not at all. With the greatest of respect to the former president. I have great respect for him. And I'll continue to do the same. But the Osofo Ekano, what was it? And today, the revenue generation, the domestic revenue generation, 13% of GDP. 13%. We share West African standards, 18%. People don't want to pay taxes. They evade tax all the time.
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
Adentang. People are doing fantastic things up there. But the same people are buying providing social services. And today, a lot of people are using the digital space to make payments. And then Yakoji Busia, Pablo Numse, and the Busia Dosu. In Sune, that's no Dosu. So when we are paying debts, which includes what they procured, any they did come buy and say, where are we going to get the money to develop this country? Over 70 to 75% of revenue is used in servicing debts. 25% is for government workers' compensation. And where are we going to get this money from? And he said, yes, say, because taxes now approach for no on bush and a almost at 2 year. And Pablo knows. At 2 year, Kakanka come Bobo and Modumaybe. And the embassy could say Bushanibium, but we want to leverage on what we have as Ghana for. So be and I'm happy. I'm happy because UTV. One of the headlines. Almost generating 1 million a day.
From one entity.
From one entity. And this is Sky Bay, Mr. Finance Minister. You levy Sky, Monfan Consolidated Fund. No, Dabi. They should create a separate.
No, but the law mandates a consolidated fund.
No, what I'm saying is that
unless
what I'm saying is that in the consolidated fund they should have some account there. Well, now you to be monitor this can wear because people like Pablo and Co. thinks that the
if we wanted to do that, it should have been in the law, in the Levy Act. By
you understand? Say a cop, if anything, consolidated fund now. We should use the money.
Okay.
Absolutely. To say hippic. A buy you said, yeah, would do now I'm for a woo. The yedis can ayo. And I believe, say, Sekan Yedi Papa. Ya Yilevi Sekanu, Yedi Puntuduma, ama Yenina Yedi Hundansia. And it's a woo opposition. And I will case with the Uba Bitum. What buy, you did go buy, none be a chemo, who buy, a tax in about dinner we Ubachum. And the media also for the council of Kayano.
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
Some might be a cedar and no decasum. And it's always what the other band of Chumwa, or those of the sort you live in. Tax and I was on ya, or Trebby. I know what you're to. So when him said the baby papa, I'm on one bamfaswa, and so maybe Trebby. And I enjoy paying the year levy tax. I enjoy it. Because me Trebby Bikakra. Look at all these guys who are doing this POP, these Togolese, and they are the only guys with that vocation. What Ghana Nina who ye Jumadiam or ye Juamaono? I be what be say, or Chatwana, or bit me Kukuska. So many thousands and millions of cities, not the man or the cock. Now won't be so says car with the quay, and the way you was with the Buabine. Me do central region, me western north, western region, and I me do central region. Me de futu one Friday. And Janopano, no, Thursday, Friday Anopano, ye break here. Because not Muslim folk can be team no. And I'm so munya that ye enko mosque and Jomunko Juma. They will review all the Juma na ya dia no. In Janopano, me ko wini bakrum. Ube du kromo, my ye abwatcher no touchlete. Bibi to say some center be.
Okay.
Ube du hono, right side, but or a provision shop and or yeah mobile money transfer any credit in tongue and I meet empty credit. Empty of one says card bill is electronic.
Yeah.
And also let me talk 200 cedis. And also over to 20 Ghana. And I'm saying, hey, sir, sign it here. And I find the one who's and nobody knows say about the idea and I'm saying. So if the service provider, because of the technology, that OG to 20 Ghana cities from the 200 credit namito, are by now creating an enabling environment or no as what done so our responsibility done so I was all yes social say oh yeah nyaman
Asempa FM
I think kono hono which papa oh you know
20 cities that's not on the high.
No what you 100 cities 10 cities
no 1,000 Ghana and 10 cities
dabi anya you leave you
no anya you leave I make telcos ne charge
no MTN what talk creditor you pay no you pay
and akwane ku
dabi MTN what 100 Ghana cities
no it is two things
what talk credit no
wa wo momo wo phones na wo talk credit to mu a
enya momo no
okay the wa call
no wa transfer
ne ho and wa transfer no yeah obeji uska be enya 20 cities
no
even 1% in the want me new 20 cities 20 cities wabu but normal that be normal
no what 100 cities 10 cities
no 10 cities 1,000 cities and 10 cities 1% and it cannot be 10 cities for 100 cities. I was anka 2 cities. Ideally 2 cities I was anka the man. But say
NT say BB And who say on no
Asempa
provide
FM.
service no we BB.
Yes.
So what is coming to
Why not government? Okay.
and BB kakra yenya yetua kakra no and then they boa am and for me we are in a very saying a situation yeah pesika dey yam punto juma okromwa because everybody is talking and I make one no road no vote and I say just say everybody is asking government to provide certain thing one way or the other and then even the Ekofis can be free yet to kromwa you're quite sorry the more so Methodist ni any presby I sorry democrat no asofo kra egiska title general kra yeto youth fellowship women fellowship men fellowship special fellowship ya kofi ni amba ya line and that nipa be wo some democrat e be wa omu say nipa titu mu abasor democrat ye kofi amama ne mo What's the say no the day say omu say akesin etiti for na basor demo no me count na be say 4-5 times. Why are they doing that? Because they need money to develop the church. Who call Islam someone come zakat yeah sheho etwo no is part of this the Islam. You get to kakranka to develop the mosque, the people in the mosque, the infrastructure in the mosque. Every Friday, you call Juma. Say Imam ni preachy, ewie no bompa ewie a. Bonzo bi kita plate. O say fees be the lie. Kakra bia wo wonsem no fatum emfanya nyame Juma. Na sorry democrat any mosque no ye yem to boa kakranka. Ah ya ye ho a ye di boa ye di emputi. What is wrong about it? And Pablo Mesropa I could see say wadina le kosro say we also for no yin castle number politics on your politics. He's not doing politics. The church led by their leaders, they have a role to play. And there have been a lot of areas here. They have sacrificed their lives. Look at Desmond Tutu. He's an Anglican bishop in South Africa. When the apartheid was so high, he was one Kosok. And at I went into her, but he used the pulpit to preach and let the whites know say they are more before and yet. Say what the ex-president Temwa and the maker said Debbie. Me or when books on me pay. But or say, so was you better power over ye free wardia and a wunyamba. Is that an insult? And therefore everybody should go after him, insulting him, and all that. I will not sit here. Nameka say obi AD ex-president Mama Tem and another Tema Yebeshana. Debbie Nye Kasapa. Let us not engage insult in our body politics. I will never do that. As for debates and arguments, we can go on and on and on and on. But we are one people. But my emphatem Didier and I wouldn't in Yadwinti, and because of that, he's your enemy, he's your opponent. Dabi. We don't build a nation like that. We can disagree. Pablo, yet your topics or can agree. That is his right. At the end of the day, so let us build this country on issues, on facts, on relevance, not on personal attacks. And I said because we need Nipanu and
Okay.
And the best I'm happy say Methodist as a so. My mother is a Methodist. Or can one of the pioneers of St. John's Methodist. Me kaipa when I was a young boy growing up, remember Pakita Austin Morris. Now, that was about 40 something me kaipa in that Austin Morris. And Papa Kofan Mami or call women fellowship meeting or Kofano. They operated at Asomo. Nick Kios Methodist Church, St. John's Methodist Fiasia, and Sunday Yesi, as so by extension, Methodism is a big bimu. What does here? Enti Yebesre. Na Yemaya Casano.
But I think me information say maybe you are right with deduction, no. But apparently, almost say credit transfer, no. How much you are charged is different from Momo. And for credit transfer, no. For when you buy one CD, almost do 20 pesos. One CD, which you are 20 pesos. In the 200 CDs, no. 20 cities, no, is right. Yeah, I think that and not just say auto credit now. The charge is too much.
Obi, Pablo, let me share this with you. Mito Airtel credit. last week, 70 Ghana cedis. Now, me load you and 70 Ghana, say was a 70 neighbor.
Yes.
And not team almost about 1 CD, 80 pesos or close to 2 CDs. And I'm a friend 100 line, star 100 ash. And Mr. Kachi, was he a friend of Collins or Pong or something? I didn't a matter 70 Ghana cedis. And what to me? Almost close to 2 cities Ghana cities every so. Oh yeah, Fidinos was saying ringtone. Mr. Say ringtone. Did you ask me whether I want a ringtone? And do you now, Pablo? And you know who friend almost two also no matter. So you can imagine the number of clients yet because I'm a client. Who may catch them so bad tell me? Won't try me. I have no official commitment.
That's a ringtone. I mean, can't say per ringtone.
No.
Or approve your answer.
Yes.
So I'm sure you may have approved the previous.
No, don't go there.
No, I'm just saying, sir. I'm
Pablo,
only telling you what
Maybe
I
another
know.
message. Be about
Pablo, me see me Pamucho.
Okay.
Vodafone was doing similar thing. I stop it. 2 cities credit. Who do you You know the information you can provide? I stop Vodafone immediately.
In this campaign season.
Makacha Crado. Me 70 city me use here. Me share me pon me
restore.
On restore email for me say come enter some for mommy. So you can imagine the number of clients yet it and it's money.
As for the telcos, the regulators have not done well.
What?
On my exploiting too much. But he job my Minister of Communications on your mobile daily.
Minister of Communications.
I'm on the in charge. The ministry now. Because they have stolen so much.
Too much.
As for the telcos, they are making super abnormal profits.
Wait, sir, Obi, what is Pablo's problem with the bishop's comment? Is he saying the former President Mahama shouldn't be criticized? They should stop the victimization and vilification of the clergy. Because this is not the first time an Osofo is criticizing a politician, George Kweitei, and he's in Adentan.
No, I'm not a better way, maybe.
Nanampon Sabediako says, the double standards of the NDC is appalling. When the Archbishop Ajena Sare criticized the government for trying to bring a culture of silence into Ghana, George Opare and his cohort clapped for him for speaking truth to power. Today, another man of God has also shared his view, and they see that as an attack on the former president. So who is now trying to gag people in this country? Nana Amponsa Bediakon. We say good evening, Obi. Pablo should be Also, Pablo should be advised for praising Obi too much on the program. Obi cannot be predicted, though. Anyway, kudos to the leadership of the Methodist Church, Ghana, for dissociating the church from the misguided effusions of Bosomche Ayensu, Alfred Kojo Treadles, and Odiwe Abba. Wait, sir, Obi, I like the fact that Honorable Titus enjoys paying e-levy. Please tell him my MTN line is Momo activated. Ask Pablo for me. Does he also enjoy paying e-levy? Master Planner Junior, Ewo King Tampo, and on the way Abba. We say, Obi, fact is fact. Reverend Ayensu has said it in the right direction. Former President Mahama should stick to this and know that the good people of Ghana are very honest and discerning. That they would vote for him? No. Currently, double track system is over. Doomsaw is over. Free SHS is ongoing. The economy is very stable. Many infrastructural projects ongoing. Let's say no to the NDC. That's from Same Boache, all the way from Asaman Kese. We say, Obi, please tell Pablo that it's not just the Minister of Communications, but also the Consumer Protection Agency. These telcos.
Oh, Kofi Kapito Ada.
David Kofi Kapito, no? Say only legal mandate.
Minister na.
Yes. And maybe if we recognize the critical role Consumer Protection Agency is a player, we should probably have a legislation for them.
Kofi Kapito finds his voice when it is the NDC that is in power.
Oh, Kapito?
Oh, Massa.
Okay. We're free PRO of the Ministry of Trade and Industry anyway, and he thinks that the Consumer Protection Agency
they have no legal backing.
Yeah, that's the difficulty. They can just grant interviews and complain and all of that. Now,
they can speak more.
Where's the Obi? It's been the NDC stock in trade to denigrate past, as the violent past has not been forgotten when some were even killed. So the insult on pastors is no news. Look at how the man in your studio is talking. No wonder. Okay, Sir Gadus, and now another way. There's one here. I don't know your greeting. Okay, Nana Yerenchi the first. Mampong Equiapem Apese Makahene. Also, Chia Pablo and Chia Honorable Titus Glover.
Obechia Titus. Me krom hine, but Obechia Titus.
That's what Chia also.
Obechia, I'm saying me krom.
Okay.
But Obechia Titus because already we bushia before. Over now, Papa.
What is that? The other one.
I'm carrying. It's all those who buy bushia, baby. You want it? And I just say people are saying America.
Okay. And your politics.
Oh, baby, the baby are from now.
Okay, Nana Yerenchi the first, Mampong Equiapem Apese Makahene. Papa and then you may. What I tell you, Nana Yedase pa. Pablo, I remember I ain't any other business now. Yeah, sorry, but before that, no, more tema, team, especially more tema, motorway roundabout. Na EcoBank branch be ewo. Yes, EcoBank. I mean, phantom names. Say, you are relocated. In the branch, every time a motorway roundabout. See, I normally call Community 25. Na enti okwa ye wadan bi o efe no Delexus Plaza. Ewo Peace B Junction along their Flower Road, Community 25. The digital address near GA 5856846. And to opese only EcoBank Dijuma now that enclave ko Community 25 the Lexus Plaza obe EcoBank branch na ho they provide you a more congenial and spacious banking environment. Okwa Juma person won dibia ombetimi ne edi kama number obetima pay toll free line 0800 003225 0800 003225 now on EcoBank any enkomo monso a mwesi dan edu se wo se mo boso Rockstars Roofing Systems. Ghana had they are the #1 roofing manufacturing company. In fact, the 2021 Ghana Manufacturing Awards, no, omu winning, and that was the third time omu winning the prestigious roofing manufacturing company of the year. Omo kasa omu nim di omo kan omo so omo da mu nyina ase mo amune won edi dwuma. Rockstars say okọ won ho aye premium coated 55% ALZN, that's alu zinc aluminium coated and aluminium plain sheet. Ne boanen so F4 papa na okọ ho nso a omo sheet profile no omo snap lock and self lock R25 IBR AD1 IDT and omo say tile sheet ewo ho different colors different thickness and they produce according to our specifications. You free estimate amount and a essential free transport to locations within Accra and the Eastern region. In fact, Greater Accra and the Eastern region. Terms and conditions applied though, but they will transport the amount for free at the amount. It's also metal trusses into that DNA the board and now the chance in Yegusono, you will need to be Rockstars Roofing, or me brutal. I mean, Canada. It is about metal trusses, roofing sheet, ceiling joints, plaster boards, Nina be also called a Rockstars Roofing Systems. One number is 0544 338041. Rockstars, quality and affordable. It is Shannon so. Am I Pablo? Any other business?
A lot of it. Obi, I'm sorry. Anytime I've had opportunity, I'm about Betnam studio. I have spoken about basic education.
Yes.
And the lack of curriculum and textbooks. 3 years now, it's a curriculum at the basic level. Still our textbooks in Koi. And the crampo they report out there, they say, and now school CBA crachok crowmunibi. Obi, we can do everything as a country, but we underestimated the influence and role education player, we will fail. A wise man once said, "So open say, say or maybe say education system." No, now sometimes deep down my heart, I may say the NPP and Addo Mahmoud Bawumia deliberately almost say money that because my dream one, I mean, who how 3 years I echo 4th year mu assess curriculum. It mean for textbook into no question me say teachers need the day na extra koda na there. Textbooks inquiry. to the extent that even capitation, teachers, headmaster, come there running everyday activity. Capitation will arrest 1 year. Chalk, ordinary chalk, and it's not even in the schools. Like a capitation in pool, banana chalk in by or bibika crowd be falling on, no the aquacutia, it be ni honomo. And you ask yourselves, what exactly is the problem with our education? Obi, ufi now but secondary school. I hear I'm better than I'm praising free SHS. The day I praise free SHS, the sign kaka won't say there are challenges with implementation. And I mean, I can say, a kid that over 500 million for feeding. I have seen some of the food I ate man kodano. Obi asefem. Because the January say couscous and last term you be food shortages. I do chum gidi food shortage ni baby not the better now no more. Yet he was proving wrong. Oba gage headmasters ni be brave. In headmasters show some bekasa. And if I win to tell my, if we don't pay attention to how our education is tolerating now, a time will come because if you don't get a foundation right, and then I'm using one as an example, I call this Addo college. I was coming from Achimota school. First term, first year, I was a fantastic student in my class, not because my BO, I'm a foundation here. You do Form 2. Now I said you fear training by and I'm picking on from so the foundation is very important. Academia foundation. If you get the basics wrong, if you get the fundamentals wrong, the other issue is on teacher absenteeism at the basic schools. And Professor Nando Kukwajima, it reduces drastically. Go and look at the reports on teacher absenteeism now. And you see, I don't know, maybe I'm passionate because if not for education, if you're not coming to heavy. But it is education that has given some of us a platform. It will be better now. So anybody who are messy up education, may know will become. I am one of the few NDC people in the early days who praise free SHS. Almost the campaign crowd message. But almost try video, almost far, baby, I can't say louder, no. Now, baby, I have problems, no, I'm kind of my fan count. So I am not one that is anti-education. Anybody obey your investment in education, I will fully support you. Mr. President Kufuor, Mr. Mahmoud Baumia, Mr. Duchum. Maybe I've maintained that Duchum just talks. But the real job on the ground, he's not getting it done. Oh, Massa. Now, 2 years. Minister he just talks. Oh, Massa. The real job on the ground, find out from the people in education, they'll tell you, he's more of a talkative than a doer. The real job on the ground, if basic schools, 1 year, capitation in Korea, how do you expect the schools to run? Capitation is... But
capitation in Korea, how do you blame Educhum?
But who is the sector minister? Who do I go and blame?
So
who do I blame?
Releases would have to come from
who do I go and blame? It's a textbook senior man, who do I blame? It's a chalk who do I blame?
No, those ones I understand.
And because it's a capitation, it is the pressure in the relationship with Minister and exhibiting. And a finance, out of the finance minister can for that. I mean, Matina, maybe I can say he's Ghana's biggest problem, right from the word go. But you see, I'm not going to blame Ken on this matter. Because there is a sector minister who is responsible, so his sector will run well. It's in the mess. The education issues are in ground. And that's in yes and no. And maybe I can come the other issue I'll touch on ECG. It's here as a ASEP.
Yes.
You see, we were heading towards somewhere. And I would admit that some of us were against privatization of ECG. Not because he supported private sector. No. I'm more of the private sector. Yeah. So I know the essence of the private. But I saw ECG. There are two things. Our local banks and then ECG and the Ghana Water. I will never support say farmer private. Rather than if the private people will come and partner governments. Now in a year I support it. Because for instance, so our ECG issues I buy a PDS buy and it's a car PDS for you know up to date. Whether they refunded the money back to government, whatever went on, up to date, in audit report we are from that sector.
Ekosiisen on Asempa
FM. Waste now they are private, they are private hands no. Now the waste has even increased. If government is putting in almost 14 billion annually, look how much we are losing in revenue. For me, I cannot say my ECG increase your tariffs. But as a consumer and as a citizen of this country, my dream citizens first and foremost. When I am paying any increase in any service, that service must, I say me service now be deserving. Because one fan me. In the last 1 month, say ya could do some more country. Because there is not a single day I won't do sumo. I don't know about where you stay. But maybe I'm telling you, every day you do kania. Omo endum na no pa enwumre boko at least 1 hour 30 minutes video ubetwa. Ya kodum so mamon kan che and a low current. Low current. Oh, na about natiko. When I am paying and you want an increase, if we're enjoying constant electricity uninterrupted, na service there, come on a day, fuel prices cost. So clearly him say there are some increase will come. But when the service is this bad, and you come and tell me the consumer say, "Oh, but say increases cannot do that." The other issue is on how and the kind of percentage I will pay for tariffs. No, 140%.
No, that's on their portion. On the 148, no, yeah, or more component in the tariff. Go over here. Generation, transmission, distribution. In your more component of that, no, much more pay 148% increment.
Titus, you'll be now 148 and I'm now 148
Say a proposal. PRC will have to take the final decision.
But you see, even the onset, that proposal and the cry is wrong. Now, Titus, my increasing government salaries. Minimum wage, my two. Yet, the chromo bread, yet, the castle bread. O here do so ye. Bebia yes, kroma yes. Ye bresa, I be like I saw beji 148%. And the transport fare sign cost review. I'm say 20% can on their chain, I can say 30%. Obi, I say I be car say I no pebi me ba hanom. And obi a pin me.
Okay.
You see me koja car ni see workshop na sure. In a long time, na me for taxi. See me fee workshop on man and the taxi. I'm saying me coffee.
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
I'm saying me coffee. Obi. Can you me could do your so me 120 Ghana cedis. Now I'm saying day. I was about to fruit be a chana. And I'm saying I'm a pro de ache. Me the other day I say I was about to say wow top petrol be ache. Intimidating you know na me cousin me. I lost man who pay again. I was now at Opare and I'm zero. I hear Kweitei also for any fee. I'm so industrial area here. And I was saying I'm so 120. So for the second man energize him. And I'm saying I was here. I wouldn't him. My boy, like reality is that Obia Ebre. The issue of fuel prices. Titus there or Kasana. And our president Mama saying this year promise. Hey, Obi. In 2016, Titus and his NPP, led by Nana Addo Dankwa who has become Ghana's problem, I ain't me solve it. Edienim courts. Say Esla, Omon for some bonjeso. When we're using Esla to offset energy sector debts, now Esla was supposed to have been for how many years? 4 years or 5 years, maybe. No, Esla had a time frame. And then, Baba increase Esla. Promises that we are Ghana for you now by Esla, man. So, you can't sign the Esla, Kusi, Wabo, Posia. I just can't trouble. That is the irresponsible government. I could follow the Amaye. Sikabia, Tobia, or Dahubia, Omda Kusiawa. 11 years, I can't want to see me. Or China, pardon me, surprise on Bakusiawa.
Asempa FM.
Buy near BX Bank, Mabi Guno, Mabi Disco, sinking fund.
Or maybe Guno is not fair. Exim Bank in Guno.
What is the state of the Exim Bank today?
But the Exim Bank has funded a lot of these companies you see around.
What is the state of our companies on my funding? Let's do unim. It's our opportunity and I'll be when it's in. Let's do an audit of Exim Bank. We are in a mess as a country, and they know it. Nothing seems to be working for this government. It tells you NDC promises national health insurance when we spoke about 110 premium, and I challenge anybody with alternative facts. When we spoke about 110 premium, not a mutual health insurance. The legal framework you see today, President Mills never pass CEO. And they be national in nature. Now crowd card, now Yawa so West near. Your card could not take you beyond Yawa so West Wugon. Mutual health on
Ekosiisen on Asempa
So when they say they pass health insurance, when they were passing health insurance, near pilot health insurance under PNDC, about Dr. Addo had criticized it when we were piloting it. The records are there. The manner in which they were going to pass it. Any omopata park, why first we near mano, and I near can was him. Legal framework when for health insurance. Any best legal framework, an authority, and yana aginaso. But they make noise. Talk time tax. That's what I'm debating.
Finally.
When we were talking talk time tax, what did the NDC ask? The NDC asked, say, Muma percentage of mobile budget. Muma Montreal Sika here. Any Jumedie Potamudi scanner babe. Omoka Chezom this scanner back into youth employment. Normally be youth employment for her. At that time, there was no legal framework for youth employment. Youth employment, omuye and the same omuye na kuya frefre kobo. Imbrebi and tertiary. So for you to tell me, say, oh, Jessica, oh, Jetro. Now they are quite youth employment here. Our concern was how they were going to misuse the money. And truth be told, they misuse the money. Yeah, buy and then Mr. Titus, could you have down for? Mr. So buy, obey youth employment coordinator. That's the saying in another for 20 man. When we came, I obey legal framework for youth employment. Yes, say, every money from the talk time tax. We put it into youth employment account. And then I'm the chair, I'm the service, I'm the money. Could be about over 2 sika on can't say me, boy. It's discussing the demo. Because of sack caps, no, there about 2 statutory funds. Because of statutory funds saying, and on the common fund is in arrest last year, 3rd quarter. That's a mobile.
Mate, Pablo, Mamena Yemren inti, Honorable Daniel ni Kweitei Titus Glover, ma yentio finally.
Kaya tashi. What kasa wa you uko tajeng. Was it an educhum? A talkative, but it's not a doer. But Esan say, oh yeah, I reference Emma Professor Jenny no Pukwa Jimai. Say, boy, Pablo, you see, which investment are buying in the 5th year?
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
6 months, and 5 months me away. Investment are buying a year in education is huge. On top of my head, I can't give you the figures, but I know a lot have gone into education investments. But politics in T, Pablo Bekandi also can at your call. Yes, if there are areas where
Okay.
I will not sit here. Na me kase ebia simple materials are you do children kwana de na se nkofo mu a enyam de. I am a product of a public school. Yen na ye share Dex preparatory. It's a private school by a Trinidadian, West Indies, Mami. They come 1971. They call class 172. Almost free committee 1. Edico committee 8. Their present place, any man call, and I'm a call site to school. So I'm a product of a public school. Now say materials enquire. The minister knows. He knows what he can do best. Now materials ecoform. Things go. We are using it. As I was here replacing. Oh, when you were talking, I was quiet. Please. I know, yes, sir. Oh, because of booming, my head in me. And now I woke a now you will cromwa. And I end this for the conquer share, take or pay energy investments. I about you remember paying about $2 billion. Which I say, who pay, with Jaka. But check that good time. On buy na ye share na ye free your console. Says can it use huge money. And ye yin free. Na mesre se increment no mo dia ba no. Edu baby a comparatively when you look at NDC 4 years when they subjected us into total darkness. I would you compare CC the woman. Obin Fred will feed you on James between the NDC 4 years darkness and the which one is better? Leave the politics out. Sir, can you use Susa uninterrupted? Once a Pablo, Femodi, once a while a machine, a humba touchman. But you cannot compare what we are benefit or the near Ekosiisen say and an Addo. Would you compare your mama? Who's that over the irresponsible? I don't want to use that harsh words of my brother, but be very careful. You're a lawyer, you're a politician, you're a young man. You can't be. Me person use harsh words, Eddie Amajong. But you describe President Guva's government as irresponsible. How do you want to do? You when you subjected us 4 years, I will make you Guyen and Crofo Ewu essay. We didn't describe you as such. But once a while, that's a Kania echo off. That's the look, my house, 3 air conditioning got spoiled. 3. One amigo bisano me. I didn't ask anybody. Now 4 years, would you go shame kwasumu? Ah, woman yes sem kofojuma and kofojuma say ye be fie. Fideni nyamenyina. Ukrapo usi wayade. And I wish from 1960 Kwame Nkrumah Dr. Kwame Nkrumah eye transmissions after the Kosomo Dam. Ye transmission nya ye nyina no. So lines nya yin sesai. Under the Nado's government. And yes and yama way. And you could see say some investment has been done in the energy sector. And I'm happy Mr. Boachi Asep Ebe can say UCG are buying air offset on the debts almost close to about $1.25 billion. Are buying fast akano from books edima home. A biom intervention are buying year ediama energy sector 14 billion cedis. I see UCG for say debt recovery a idea was money in Nico. So if government have offset these debts or you $1.5 billion is huge money. You could have pumped into other events. You may be also here, but we give the free amount $14 billion. And it's a more recoveries at debts. Mumma money and kohona muko jiska be fambra. They're tossing you, and I'm happy I'm not paying me can UTV. The illegal connections. There are a lot of people who are in this country who are benefiting ECG services illegally. And these people are proud and bold to come back and attack Akufado's government. Say Sebi, Inabano, and Yade. Meanwhile, we are buying energy. Would the Yajuma, a Jessica, a Gukutukum. Nafe Yabe Chiwa. And you say Akufado is a bad government? We are winning a so more, nay a prosecutor. Who's a bunny abandoning? Meanwhile, what consumer get the for so many years? And Asudie Edayaso. Ebium. Some of the ECG personnel, their staff, I'm not saying all of them. Okay. Some recalcitrant ones be a woman, they connive with clients. Okay, just can't go can you baby no. You are killing your company. Who said you want? And clearly no, I'm happy to say where your proposal. I feel now PRC for any trust. Yeah, engagements. Yeah, government has contributed so much with the UCG. And the moment the Montreal Combosoa, Mubajis Caribi, Namudi Basuma Sani. You can't wait in Asoswa. Okay, baby, about management and efficiency. Now, we'll be saying the question about efficiency losses. You know, there are standards. There are some certain standards, I would say, almost conforming at the idea. But I think that so far, they've really improved drastically. Okay. They have improved compared to the NDC time. They've done a lot of work. Investment that company are efficiency, but there's still work in progress. Remember, can say increments are no shit. Seriously, it is too harsh. It is too high.
The proposal
is too harsh.
Okay.
It's too harsh, and you'll be a bit more affordable. Sometimes the proposal would go is killing.
On Asempa
Would go to a nimkrano just a ubuni bakana brem. So clearly, yes, they need to buy some gas to power the machines to produce the energy for us to consume, replacement of equipment, infrastructure-wise, any staff remuneration. Where you this kind of And the year share the near your show there should be some balance to make sure say they can run as a company. But the kana and go for a deal mokano. My train my cano and Medahosa. Recently they started threatening people. One day I call nobody now go to Bikaka. And sometimes we are added Bikawa on their behalf to make sure say a couple of the would the kakra would the kakra but increment no money bano. I know she and pay on the same
next week. Time there is this interview or some
and pay na me share me do UTV reception Pablo Kaya memi na me share on the screen some boy na galamsey na we share so say na sia say no Ghana water de bia musu where are they going to get the money to turn this dirty water into clean water? So 1 bag of chemicals and yedu gumwa with this type of water chemicals are here and you better this car and yes says in Sweden. Meanwhile you blame Ghana water for not giving clean water to drink and the you best and you make sure say the service providers they need money. Consumers will say but there should be some common grounds.
Fantastic. Daniel Kweitei Titus Glover, or former MP Tema East, national organizer hopeful of the NPP, the former deputy transport minister.